Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I am about to go do some travel ball, and as soon as I do this video, I'm going to go do some travel ball, and my son is actually playing his first game right now, and I'm going to go to the second game, and maybe there will be a third game. We don't know yet. Travel ball can last all day long. Okay, check it out. I knew this was going to happen. XRP Unleashed update. Thanks to everyone who's purchasing Premier tickets and pre-ordering the doc online. For those that ordered tickets, a quick reminder that your tickets will be held at will call at the lobby of the theater you booked. Valid ID will be needed to match you to your order. We are selling out fast. Our second November 12th Scottsdale screening has less than 10 seats left. I think they've already sold out of that one now. So that's they did two screenings for Scottsdale, and both of them sold out. LA sold out, and then they go on down here. They're looking to do a second LA screening too, by the way. Then less than 40% of the of tickets are left across remaining screens. New socks are now available, so they have a merch store as well. By the way, the link to get tickets to XRP Unleashed is in the top of the description of this video, so you can just click on it and it'll take you straight there. I've kind of decided I'm going to go to at least say 3 of these things. Don't know which ones, haven't decided exactly which ones, but anyway. In fact, what I'll do today is I'll tell the members in the DAIXRP.com. I'll tell you the ones I think I'm going to go to. I'm 99. I'd say 99% sure I'm going to go to 3 minimum, and I know which 3 I think. Okay. All right, moving along. Got some great video clips today. Check this out.
Why have central banks been buying gold at a record pace? I mean, we've seen this little slow down now, but what do they want to do with it?
They want to store. I mean, money has various functions. One is an accounting unit. I don't think it's a very suitable accounting unit if you can print it. You understand? But say gold is a better accounting unit. Now, they buy gold because they can have it delivered to their own country and put in a safe place in the central bank or in the Treasury Department or wherever they perceive it to be safe. We in Switzerland, we kept it in Bern. Then Napoleon conquered Switzerland. He took all the gold to France. So nothing is 100% safe. But
Wait a minute.
The behavior.
I declined that phone call on my phone. It wouldn't stop.
Of the U.S. internationally and geopolitically has made many countries suspicious to hold all their foreign exchange reserves in the United States. You understand? If the U.S. freezes the assets of even Afghanistan, what has Afghanistan done to the U.S.? You know, it's one of the poorest countries in the world, and the U.S. freezes their assets. They freeze the assets of Russia. Then India and China and Indonesia and all these countries, they say to themselves, do we really want to hold all our assets in the United States? And they come to the conclusion, no, we want to have something safe. So they buy gold.
All right. So that's about the central banks and gold. This is another good one. The Smoke guy has put out he's got 2 great videos that he put out today. I want to show you.
Our long careers, but it does feel like we're in the midst of a once-in-a-lifetime shift. the architecture of finance. And by that, I mean global currencies all the way down to payments, lending, and deposits. It's unbundling bit by bit, and it's rebundling around a new, largely digital architecture. And this happened in trading over the last few decades, and it was an evolution. But what we're seeing now is more of a revolution, with new architectures supplanting old ones. And the way our industry has operated for decades, it's going to be replaced with new ways. And the scale and the speed required to serve our clients, it's of a completely different magnitude. So here at Citi, where we move over $4 trillion globally each day, where we enable clients to issue payments in 144 different currencies, where we do business in more than 160 different countries and are on the ground in nearly 100 of them, well, we have a deep appreciation for scale and agility. And we're seeing how the world is becoming more global and more local at the same time, and how it's becoming faster and how it's becoming more complex. We're reshaping our firm and our exceptional assets so that we maintain our relevancy and we continue to deliver for clients. SWIFT, as the community that underpins global flows, must make this same journey. Not just talk about it, but actually accelerate action. Because if traditional payments remain slow and comparatively clunky, as they are today, then it's a huge incentive for others to develop alternative, large-scale global payment systems that could be cheaper and much faster. Already, the convergence between new technology and shadow banking risks derailing years of our progress. There's always been unregulated financial activity, but the new technology has the potential to scale that globally to the detriment of the regulated sector and the clients and the consumers we serve. We simply can't afford the regulated sector to be perceived as technologically deficient to the unregulated sector, and that's why we must relentlessly modernize our regulated financial system through public-private partnerships and through communities that bring our industry together, such as SWIFT.
All right, and this is an interesting thing that I saw going around as well. This is Jazzy Cooper. She's the Ripple's head of DeFi product. This is a little clip that was going around from a space that she did.
In a way that's reliable, secure, efficient, in a way that institutions will require in order to bring their business and, more importantly, their customers on chain. So that's where we're looking really closely, starting with tokenization of how can you not only represent crypto native assets very well, whether they're from one chain or another, but also real world assets, and ensuring that there's token standards that support these assets well, and also can be very easily accessed with a simple API call, as opposed to having to build your own smart contracts from scratch, which really lowers the barriers for Web2 developers, TradFi developers as well. But once you tokenize that asset, what do you do next? And that's where XRPL really shines, which is payments, trading, value transfer. So we're very excited to team up with Axelar and not only allow real world assets to come and go and access different chains, but also to access the highly robust order book exchange on XRPL, and vice versa. We'll be tapping into smart contracts on the EVM sidechain that we're launching as well. So we've partnered with a lending protocol recently that's built on the EVM sidechain that's in dev right now, and that will be fully accessible from XRPL mainnet. So
All right, that's interesting stuff. And then we've this is funny. This guy's takes his shot. Coin Bureau takes shot at Gary Gensler.
Starts with the US, where regulatory progress has been somewhat slow, thanks in no small part to Gary Gensler and co. at the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, making life difficult for the industry. Do you remember when Gary was literally teaching people about crypto?
I can sort of say I can go from US dollars to Bitcoin or XRP.
What happened, G-Dog? Who hurt you?
Yeah. Who told him what to do and say? Well, this is an interesting clip right here, because this is I think this is a banker. It's basically, and the regulatory capture that Ripple's gone through, this makes it very clear. This was the whole purpose of what Gary Gensler was sent to do, which is to stop Ripple. Jay Clayton, and then he handed it off to Gary Gensler. Stop Ripple and then it would make the banks think just like this guy was thinking.
Is the one most recent post, which I commented on your LinkedIn, which is this payment systems that you had a session with Ripple. Tell me about it. I mean, like, Paul Zello, Ripple. I was like, how did these two come together?
It's a really good question. And all this blockchain stuff and all of it, I don't get it. I'll be the first to admit it. But I'm trying to understand. My 32-year-old son, who's a bit more savvy to all of this stuff, he put his hard-earned dollars in buying some shares in Ripple. And he doesn't part with his money easily. In fact, he'd rather buy these shares and pay the money he owes back mum and dad, which I wasn't really impressed about. But that's another story. But that sort of made me stand up and take a little bit of notice.
Right.
And again, I'm not an expert on it, but I understand. They approached us some time ago. But at the time, they were battling some legal battle in the US.
Yes.
And our position to them was, look, come back to us once that's sorted out, because you only get one chance at a first impression. And if this court case doesn't go well for you, it wasn't good. So anyway, they got a good result in the US court case. And they approached us again. And look, we're going to have a bit more of a look at it. I'm not going to claim to be an expert on it, but we may look to promote their product. And again, it'll be buyer beware. We'll say to our members, look, here's this new technology. From what I can understand, it can generate real-time transfer of payments.
Yes.
And they seem to have a lot of checks and balances in place. At the briefing that I was at, where I did that post, there was a lot of representatives from the major banks that were very interested in it. So it is a real thing.
That's right.
But how that translates to meaningful solutions for our members, we'll only understand that in a bit more time.
You may remember when John Deaton came in the Ripple case, one thing he said over and over is what this was all about. And that is, he said that the lawsuit itself was the weapon, is to tie Ripple up in a lawsuit as long as possible. And you remember the Tim Draper clip where he says that they send their regulator friends after you and all that. Excuse me. That is what this is about. So now in DAIXRP.com, I'm gonna show you a woman who asked the question that this is the main question I've been asking for the last 5 years, or for the last year anyway, leading up to this election. This is the number one question I've always asked. Then we're going to talk about a potential October, November, and December surprise. And finally, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the people at DAIXRP.com which ones of these the XRP Unleashed that I think I'm going to go to. I'm 99% sure I'm going to go to these three to see these three screenings. So if you want to come and chat, whatnot. Okay. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.